On Father's Day weekend, Evan Weber, an architect and happily married man, is left alone at home with his dog Monkey while his wife and kids travel to the beach as a family. Louis, their assistant, is left in charge of his wife Karen's sculpture, which needs to be moved to an art gallery. Karen is a successful artist. Evan is alone in his luxurious home, working on renderings for a current home project. Genesis and Belle, two young women, knocked on his front door that evening. They explain that they are looking for a party's address but that the taxi driver dropped them off because their phone died. He then opens the door. Evan lets them in so they can use the internet and contact the party's host because they have no other way of getting in touch. Evan offers to call an Uber driver for them once they locate the correct address. But the nearest driver will take 45 minutes to get there. The girls settle, and while Evan plays some of his vintage vinyl records from his days as a disc jockey in the background, the topic of human polygamy quickly comes up during their discussion, and they tell Evan about their jobs as flight attendants and how they have sex with a different man in every city they visit. They later vanish into the restroom, and when their driver finally shows up, a wary Evan discovers them there, naked and lusting after him. Evan is outraged and tries to get them to leave, but when they start putting pressure on him, he caves and joins the trio. The next morning, Evan discovers them eating breakfast and watching Family Feud, completely unconcerned about departing. Since they haven't taken the cab, he runs out of patience and offers to drive them home. When Evan comes back inside, he discovers that his wife's sculpture, which Louis was supposed to acquire for the gallery, has been damaged. The girls admit they are underage when Evan threatens to call the police, demonstrating their power over him and risking charges of engaging in sexual activity with a minor. A friend of Karen's named Vivian comes by to see if Evan needs assistance. Vivian, who believes Evan is having an affair with Karen, storms out when she sees Genesis. Evan, who has just realized that everything the girls had said was a lie intended to get him into bed, tries to make sense of the situation. They give in and consent to being taken home after Evan threatens to file a break-in report. He abandons them in the posh neighborhood where they ostensibly reside. When Evan gets home, he cleans up the mess and makes an effort to resume his work. He hears a shattering noise just as he is about to finish his project. He investigates the noise because he believes he is alone inside. Genesis knocks him out with one of his wife's sculptures after the man discovers a broken picture frame of his family. Evan is restrained by the two evil women while they search through his family's possessions. Belle climbs up on him and pretends to be a schoolgirl while wearing his daughter's uniform. She tries to awaken him. When Evan initially declines, the girls threaten to FaceTime his wife while he is making a lewd gesture. Evan finds this repulsive, but he knows if he moves on the bed, he can break free, so he goes along with it. He is semi-raped by Belle, and unbeknownst to him, Genesis documents the entire incident. A short while later, Evan releases himself, jumping at Belle and knocking her to the ground. He charges Genesis, who uses a fork to stab him in the injured shoulder. She then holds him down, and the other girls use an electrical cord to tie him to a chair. Louis shows up later to pick up the sculpture Karen had given him to take care of. Using Evan's phone, the girls text Louis to let him know his niece and her friend are staying with them. Evan is kept secret in a room. Using his keys, Louis enters. When he discovers the damaged sculpture, he panics and realizes right away that the girls are lying about knowing Evan. Then Louis discovers Evan bound to a chair, but he is unable to assist him because he can hear the girls smashing the damaged sculpture. When he realizes they have his inhaler, he has an asthma attack while running to stop them. In an attempt to retrieve his inhaler after the girls played monkey in the middle with it, he slipped on a piece of the sculpture and fell to his death, hitting his head on the edge. Genesis and Belle create a red sculpture out of Louis's corpse and bury Evan in a temporary grave they dug in the backyard. They also let him know that they had been watching him for several days. He makes several unsuccessful attempts to call for help and leave the house. Then they bury him in the hole after tying him up with a hose. Only his head was left above the surface. Genesis plays the video of Belle and him having sex that she earlier took with Evan's phone for him to see. She posts it to Evan's Facebook page as he watches in horror. In the end, they decide against killing Evan the same way they had killed Louis and instead choose to spare his life. The two evil women eventually leave and take the dog Monkey with them, leaving a broken Evan to his fate in trying to dig himself out of the hole he is buried in while watching the uploaded video and the comments coming in. They finally admit that everything had been a game, and that they're used to tricking fathers into this kind of situation. When Karen and the kids get home, the house has been completely destroyed. Evan's son utters the words "Daddy had a party" as Karen and the children are still in silence. My dear brothers and sisters, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy our video. Additionally, press the bell icon to receive notifications of our new videos. If you don't like our video, then you can dislike it and give us your valuable feedback so that we can improve our future videos. We believe that in order to succeed on our journey on YouTube, we need your help in every possible way. Please comment below with the name of which movie explanation you want to watch in our upcoming videos. I love you all, see you in our upcoming videos. Bye.